think we're live. Yeah, we're live. I just had a really interesting call and I thought I'd share it with you guys. I didn't expect anybody to be watching now, but I thought it might be useful to listen back to later on. Because at the end of most days, we probably feel like we could have done more, should have done more. Other people have got things figured out. We don't quite have things figured out. So I just had a call with a friend who's got a really successful resume writing company in New Jersey, of all places. And I've been part of a mastermind group. I was part of a mastermind group with Lisa for around probably about 2.5 years. We haven't spoken properly in person for about a year since the last group gathering. I think it was summer actually last year, so it's probably not quite a year. And she's just been having some coaching from actually another member of the group. So you might have, if you've seen a podcast that I did a year or so ago, I did an interview with a friend of mine called Kim Ann Curtin, who's a coach to day traders on Wall Street. And Lisa was saying that she'd been getting some coaching by Kim in the last few months or so, because she was going through a lot of self-doubt, a lot of problems that she was having mentally that she didn't realize that she was having until she started getting the coaching. But for one reason or another, there was blocks on the things that she was attempting to do with her business and various other things. I won't go into too much detail because a lot of it, I guess, is private. Maybe I could get her on a call at some point. I'm going to actually introduce some of my friends from the marketing world into some of these calls, because some of their stories are so helpful for me, and I'm sure they'll be helpful for you. But what was interesting about that call is we actually jumped on to talk about, how well business is going and a few ideas. And we ended up spending about an hour really talking about mindset and the challenges that we've both been having mentally over the last few years. And you realize actually that a lot of your challenges everybody else is having. So there was something that dropped out that I just said, and it was kind of a throwaway comment, which I tend to do quite a bit, is I just said that bad times don't last. Bad times always pass, and we just have to remember that. And it got me thinking that there's so many people that I talk to in this industry and you guys that I was speaking to at the event where we have those bad times, whether that's, we're looking at everyone and that they look like they've got stuff figured out and we don't, that people look like they're not having the challenges that we're having, that we could have done more, should have done more, could have been better, and the business should have been here and should have been there, and we kind of should all over ourselves, to use a Tony Robbins term. But what's really interesting is that no matter what level you get to, everybody's having bad times, comparing themselves to people that seemingly have things figured out and not really giving ourselves the credit that we deserve for the effort that we're putting in. And just to go back to my pain point at the event, is that everybody expects to be going through some level of pain in order to achieve what they want to achieve. But then we have the pain and we just really punish ourselves for that. And we got talking about the different things that we get involved in. I said, actually, I think I punished myself for a number of years by taking on more and more and more projects. And it wasn't because I wanted the money. Like I've said many times, like people's money don't change my life. Might change theirs, doesn't change mine. But I felt like I was taking it on for the money, and the money's great and you can do great stuff with it. But what I realized is I was just actually taking extra work on and punishing myself, because I self-identified as somebody who does stuff, somebody who gets shit done. And so of course I need to take on more work in order to get stuff done, when actually what I've realized is the more time I give myself collecting my own thoughts, the more time that I sit in silence and think about what it is that I want to achieve and the impact I want to make, the more I challenge the demons that I've got inside of me that need to be challenged in order for me to make the progress. So that's why I think I've really connected with the It's Okay Not to Be Okay message that Hitesh had shared with you guys in the room, and for people that join this group in future months, you might come across Hitesh, and maybe we'll get him on to do a call at some point. I'm really just at the moment figuring out how we can get the best message to you and the best value to you. But that just really jumped out to me today, that no matter where you are on your journey, bad times happen. And, we package them up as bad times, but that might be minor problems with clients that actually feel like big problems in our head. So it's okay not to be okay. And we just need to remember that bad times pass. No matter how bad it is, it will pass and it will be better. And you will be smiling again on the other side of that. So I really just wanted to just jump on and just spend 5 minutes sharing that message with you, because it really resonated with me, because my friend that I was talking to seemingly had most things figured out, great business, great family, great lifestyle, but actually there was so much stuff going on underneath that she openly shared with me, which was really great. And I was able to add some value there. But at the same time as I'm adding value, I was actually thinking about my own journey and where I've punished myself too much in the past. So I want you guys to stop punishing yourself for what you should have done and start praising yourself for what you're going to do or what you're doing right now. And I really genuinely believe that you're on the path to the greatness that you want for yourself. And because of things that you've done in the past that haven't worked out, I think we need to forgive ourselves and keep moving forward. And as you'll know from some of the times that you've been through where you felt like this problem's never going to end, that you feel like you're in the trenches in quicksand trying to move forward and you just can't, you remember that you did get through that, so you can get through the next one and the next one. And we're all aware that we're going to have to go through some pain to get to where we want to get to, and the pain that we're going through right now might just well be that pain. So it's just a reminder of that, and reminder to say it's okay. As much as I say, are you prepared to do exactly what it takes? Are you committed to the people that believe in you? And I give those messages because I want to shift your thought process. I want to shift your belief system. But at the same time, I want to remind you that, standing here or sitting here every day and pretending everything is great is not actually helpful for anybody. Days are tough. Sometimes it's hard. I feel really tired today, but there's an important message and an impact that we want to create. So I want to push through that. But sometimes you've got to accept that today's not the best day, and that actually you can give yourself a day to recover and then keep moving forward after that point. So bad times do pass. I want you to remember that and enjoy the journey. That's the most important thing. So that was just a little share that I wanted to get. If you find that really useful, then obviously comment. I might post this video on YouTube, so subscribe. But yeah, bad times do pass. Remember that bad times pass, and that you are going to have bad times as you go along, but the good times always outweigh the bad. And that's, hopefully I've explained that in the right way and the way it's meant to have come across. But anything you've got from this is valuable, please share it. If you're going through a bad time right now and you just want to comment and get a bit of support, we're here for you in this group. That's what it's about. It's about a family, it's about community, it's about togetherness, and it's about helping each other up and moving each other towards our destinations we want to go to. And if that's one failure at a time, we'll do it. But remembering that we can have a bad day and still great things can happen. Thank you.